Okay, so how are you guys doing? I hope you're all having a wonderful day. So I found a new way to do an inventive way. So say you don't have the big fried green or red tomatoes and you're just working with smalls. I'm going to use smalls right here. Yes, they're very, very small, but when I can get some big tomatoes, I will do that. And yeah, I'm going to try and get some green tomatoes, but if I can't, because Oregon, unless it's like fresh and right off the vine, yeah, you're not getting it. So most likely I'm going to have to grow some tomatoes. And if that happens, I will make another video of me cooking green tomatoes and frying them up. So today I'm doing a practice video, and I'm doing a inventive one of me frying up some little tomatoes, and they're cherry red tomatoes, and as you can see, they're tiny. I've sliced them up. Here's the eggs. It's been whisked up. I'm about to add the natural milk. I've seasoned the flour, which is right here, and the tomatoes I use for these, which I put in the fridge. So yeah, here's what these look like. I'll give you a little zoom on it so you can zoom in. Okay, so I'm gonna go over here. I'll turn the, yeah, they're, like I said, they're tiny, but again, I figured this would be a new and inventive way, and I don't have the big ones right now. And some people actually use red and green tomatoes, but most of the time they just use the green tomatoes. But some people do the fried green tomatoes red and green. They do it unripe and ripe. But yeah, like I said, most of the time they're just done green. So yeah, that was something new that I found out yesterday. So yeah, we are going to go. So I'm gonna whisk these eggs up.
Oh, Mommy? Mommy? Hi.
I'm gonna add the milk. A lot of people use buttermilk with this, but if you don't have the buttermilk, that's fine. You can add milk, but if you add milk, you want to put 2 eggs in a bowl.
Rip my goddamn phone out of my hand. Knock it off.
Okay, so that's done. Alright, so I'm going to pat each of these down, and then we're going to put them on a plate, and I'm going to put a pinch of salt and pepper on them, which, as you guys can see, they're, yeah, small, so it's going to be fairly easy. And it'll take out the moisture and make it so when we fry up the tomatoes that they're not soggy.
You okay now?
As you guys know, I've just like started learning to do this, so yeah.
Pretty nails.
I'm organizing them too around the plate.
Oh. You want hugs? Are you mad at me? No. Want me to go bye-bye? Can I hold you?
As you can see, I'm grabbing them and patting them dry and arranging them on the plate.
See how bad you are. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Let's wave his face. Just relax.
Okay, so here are the tomatoes on the plate there. Now, what I'm going to do is take some salt, and because these are so tiny, you guys can see. It's gonna draw up the moisture. Also, because these are so tiny, they don't really have both sides, but I'm going to flip it over.
I love you. Okay, I love you. Stay right there. Stay. Finally noticed I took her sticker off this morning when she was asleep.
So that's good.
She wants another one.
These were a little too tiny, but it's okay. Then salt that side.
Stay. I told you I'd be right back. This one's the wrong size.
And then you do it with the pepper. Now we're going to flip them back over. Ugh.
Wait, look here.
Stickers!
Sit down. You got better? Give me kiss. Mm.
Mm.
Go, Reba.
Okay, so here are the fried tomatoes. Now we'll put pepper on this side. Okay, salt. Okay, now here's the flour. And I am going to take each of these. Okay. Let me get another plate, you guys. And then, yes, we're going to dip them in that afterwards. Because when people make these, they also dip them in the flour first. And then the eggs. Yesterday when I made these, I made a mistake. So, yeah. See how they look? That's what you should do first. Yesterday I made a mistake when I was making them. And these are so little, it's going to be kind of difficult to fucking do because that's why they do thick fried tomatoes. But I mean, some people, they actually just, when they do the fried tomatoes, dip them in eggs first, then flour, and then just put them straight in the frying pan. But most people, when they do them, they dip the tomatoes and this first, then that, and then they put them in the frying pan. So, yeah. It's a learning process. And you can also make them with that really good Hollandaise sauce and that ranch that they make, homemade ranch that they do with the fried tomatoes, fried green tomatoes. And sometimes, again, people use red, so. Alright, now that that's done, I'm going to wash my hand real quick. Because I got flour all over it. Okay. And then I'm going to get a small pan. Here's my kitchen. Also make sure that the oil is warm, because if you don't, the tomatoes will come out soggy and mushy, and you don't want to have them coming out soggy and mushy. Oh, and you wanted to know the reason that people use mostly green tomatoes instead of red is because the riper the tomato is, the less thick it is, and the more likely they are, the fried tomatoes, the more likely they are to come out mushy and, yeah, soft and stuff, especially when they're fried, and they'll come out gushy. So that's why most people in the South just use green tomatoes instead of red, but some people down there like them both ways, so yeah. And when you use a red tomato instead of a green, it's more juicier than it is when it's green, because it's not quite ripe yet. So yeah, we're gonna let that warm up, and then I'm gonna put the mini tomatoes in here. But make sure you want it to be boiling, well, bubbling. Want it to be, the tomatoes to be fried to a golden brown. Okay, so when that's ready, I will come back in segment 2, and I will see you guys then.